Hey there, Houston. KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro. I'm going to walk you through your Wednesday, your 4th of July forecast. We'll talk Saharan dust, we'll talk pollen, and of course, the tropics. So lots to get to. We'll start off with our shot from the Gulf Freeway looking back towards downtown. We got that hazy skyline again. We've got some fair weather clouds, and we got a little bit more heat than yesterday. So right now for the lunch hour, if you're stepping outside, 92 degrees. The dew point's at 70. Anytime it's at 70 or above, it's a tropical air mass with a lot of humidity. So 92 feels like 98. Your hour by hour forecast shows we're going to warm up some. So that high today makes it up to 96 degrees right around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And notice we will see some clouds building, but I think your chance for a shower is pretty low, less than 20%. So I'm not putting it in the forecast. It really is all about the heat for today, and it is a dangerous heat. It can even be deadly, especially when you're talking about temperatures inside of a car. So 95 degrees doesn't seem too hot, but only 20 minutes inside of a car and that turns to 124 degrees. So for that reason, do not leave your kids or your pets inside of a car for any length of time. It's really a delicate situation that turns really hot really, really fast. Now, how about Galveston for escaping the heat a little bit, going into the water? It is beautiful out there today, and I see some people are taking advantage of the nice beach day. People in the water, people sunbathing. If you are sunbathing, don't forget your sunscreen. 89 degrees right now along the island. The dew point, of course, is higher because this is the gateway of all that Gulf moisture. So 77 is the dew point there. Once it gets to 80, it's instant sweat. So we're pretty close to instantly sweating in Galveston. 89 feels like 102 degrees. The high temperature is going to pop a little bit higher, so some 3 degrees warmer than where we are right now for a high of 92 in Galveston Surfside Beach. Bumps up to 91. These yellow flags means there's a moderate rip current risk, so it's okay to be swimming out there. Just always keep an eye on the kids. And of course, keep an eye on them this 4th of July too, whether that is a beach plan that you have in place or you're going to the pool. It's going to be one of those 4ths that you really don't have to worry about much. We're not going to be tracking rain chances, which is great. We're going to be looking at the heat though carefully, because with the humidity, 98 actually does feel like 108, and that's right at the borderline for heat advisory criteria. So that starts at 108. I think because that's going to be the max heat index, we probably won't see an advisory issue just yet, but we're getting close. I mean, it is summer. It's in full swing now. This time of year, we typically already get to the triple digits, so we've actually seen the heat be fairly kind to us so far. Here's a look at radar. Nothing here in southeast Texas. You do notice some streamer showers continuing to pump in from South Texas to San Angelo. Some of these wraparound showers even pushing closer towards San Antonio. Corpus has a couple of downpours too. This is remnant moisture from Barry, so it's still hanging on. I don't think it brings us much of anything today. You saw that little speck there. It's about a 10% chance for a shower. I think because it's so hit or miss, that it's not going to impact most of us. Now, as we go into your Thursday, though, that's when we start to see some more moisture building in for our western cities and counties, and I do think we get an impulse of energy here right for the commute home. So if you are working all the way up until Thursday evening, trying to get everything done before the big holiday, this might slow you down getting home from work. So we are tracking some healthy downpours. If we get enough energy from the daytime heating, we could hear some loud rumbles of thunder and certainly be tracking lightning as well. So that's something to keep in mind for your Thursday. I do have a storm chance for you then at 20%. Today, again, a mixture of sun and clouds. That haze is definitely around. And then Friday is pretty similar. Again, the 4th does feature lots of heat. In fact, building heat. This high pressure heat dome is sitting on top of us for this work week. It is going to start to slide off to the west for the weekend, and into the coming week we're going to be sandwiched between two areas of high pressure. What does this mean? Well, we're going to be on the receiving end of the clockwise flow, which means where is the wind coming from? It's coming straight up out of the Gulf. So that is going to start to increase the moisture content for us next week, and that will start to hike up those rain chances. So take advantage of the mostly dry day today. Storms for your Thursday, a possibility. I think we're mostly dry for your Friday, for your Saturday, and then Sunday. Even though this future track model doesn't have storms, I think there is a chance that we start building in storm chances beginning on Sunday. So that's where your meteorologist comes in. We get to interpret what the models are saying, what the atmospheric conditions are looking like, and we get to kind of give you a heads up as to what we can anticipate for this coming weekend. This weekend, if you're going to be traveling to Florida, that's an area that we want you to be mindful of. The National Hurricane Center uptaking the probability of a named storm there for this weekend, now at 40%. There is going to be this area of storms regardless, and if they get enough organization, it would become the next name on the list. We've gone through Andrea, we've gone through Barry, and now if Florida gets enough organization, that cluster of storms would get the designated name Chantal. From there, we go to Dexter, Aaron, Fernand, and Gabrielle. We are also keeping an eye on the Pacific side, and the reason being, well, because we've got another hurricane that's in pretty close proximity to two popular vacation destinations. We have Puerto Vallarta, which is absolutely beautiful. This is, in case you haven't been there, it's a perfect combination of beach and mountains. Water's a little chilly, but other than that, it's beautiful. And everybody knows Cabo. Category 2 hurricane right now. It did bump up to a Category 3 this morning. And now it continues to move its trajectory towards the west-northwest, so even further away from land, which is a good thing. That means there could be some wraparound rain bands, but the overall wind field is not going to be a concern with Flossie. So you'll notice the highest chance of 39-mile-an-hour winds or greater, tropical storm force winds or greater, stays well offshore. Cabo with a small chance of some gusty wind as we go into the weekend, but that's it. As we go into our weekend, we're going to get more of the Saharan dust. You'll notice there's a big plume coming off the west coast of Africa that's going to travel through the Atlantic basin. And although we won't be as dusty for Thursday and Friday, we get another burst of dust as we head into our Saturday. So that does keep us dry for now. It also keeps our throats a little bit irritated, not to mention dust is also coupled with high pollen. We've got grasses that are in the red right now. We've got moderate weeds and mold spores, so all of that gunk mixed in together is likely making you feel not your best. This time of year, grass pollen is what usually peaks, and so do the mold spores. So both of those are certainly being felt right now as we go into the later summer months, and as we go into fall, weeds are what we are tracking. And we're going to keep a close eye on air quality because mainly the dust. Right now it's in the moderate range for all of southeast Texas, so no problems there. If we start to get into the orange, sensitive groups category, or unhealthy for everybody, which is in the red, I will make sure to give you a heads up. Okay, 7-day forecast altogether. It looks like this. Temperatures are going to continue to climb. They're going to peak on your Friday and Saturday. Notice those are our 2 dry days. Good for outdoor activities. If you are going to be spending time outside though, just keep all the heat, safety tips in mind, which is stay hydrated. If you're already feeling a headache, that means you are behind the curve. You're starting to get dehydrated. Make sure if you work outside, you take breaks in the shade, and better yet, go inside to an air-conditioned space. Give your body a break from all of that heat. And then Mother Nature gives us a little break from the heat as we head into Sunday and this coming week. The pattern turns unsettled again, so we're tracking about a 30% chance for scattered storms beginning on Sunday, lasting through your Monday and Tuesday. You'll notice that knocks down temperatures ever so slightly. I mean, I'm not talking about anything money mental here, but we'll go from 98 to 96. Although I will say when it rains, you get the rain-cooled air and temperatures do briefly dip down into the 80s. So that's some good relief that we get from the rain, in addition to it clearing out the atmosphere so it gets rid of all the pollen. Rain is a good thing. Of course, it also keeps the drought monitor at bay. All right, that's a look at your 7-day forecast. We will see you back here again tomorrow. Same